Welcome to day 3 of this project, a full stack application made for Courier services application. So we will continue from where we left. So in the last video, we built modules, that is user module, admin module, and user module, and out module. So then we created pages for login and registering. So today I'm planning to go through the user part of application. Other things that you learn in this video includes working with modules, designing complex website layout, pagination, working with a component, two-way data binding. So if you haven't gone through the other videos, the 3 videos, the introduction video, day 1 of this project and day 2, kindly go back, go through them so that we be on the same boat, in the same page. So to start with, today we are going to look at user side of application, and before that we left here where we could come and route into various areas of our application like registering and login here, just like that, of which I don't want us to come here on top here and then just type the root. I just want it to be like read application such that you can come in this top here navbar and then click this sign up, go to the register page, and then you can click at this login here and go to the login page. So we just go into our application, and here in our navbar we want first of all to give this button for sign up a cursor pointer, and this text here for login a cursor pointer. So we just go to CSS, look for the login text here, we say like it is cursor pointer, and then in our button here we need to give it cursor pointer again, just like that. So let's go and see if the cursor is changed to pointer, just like that, as you can see there. So now we want to see the functionality for moving into another page. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll create a function here at our component that will be called go to login method, and then what we can do is create another function again called go to register, just like that. Again we'll come here in our constructor and then initialize our root, so we'll call it a router. Then we'll just try and import this router from our Angular, just like that, and it should be imported as you can see here on the top. So now what we need to do is when you click this login, you can just say this .router .navigate, and then we can call that method, and then we give it an array, and this array should contain our root. So first of all, if it is login, we should go to auth and then login. If it is registering, then we can just copy this here, this line of code, and then maybe even we can type. So maybe say this .router and then .navigate .navigate, and then we can give it the route where we want it to go. So register, just like that. So now we can come here in our button and then give it a function or click method and bind to it. You can just say click, just like that, and then give it that method of go to register. just like that. And then we can give this text for login click method also, just like that. And then let's say go to login, just like that. And I forgot to give this brackets up here, so it's just these two. It should be like that, and then no spaces here. So like that. And then let me format this code here. Let's format it. Now let's see if it is working. So if you come here and click this button, it should take you to register page, just like that. And then if we go back and click login, you just go to login, just like that. Now we need now to give the route to our user, the user page, that is. So you just close this, and then let me see if we have that page for user. Now this is our module for user here, and for now we don't have any the page that we want for user. First of all, I will just delete this component that was generated here because we don't want it, or it has no meaning to us, or we won't use it. So we just delete it, just like that. And then we can try and solve this error that will be here, because if you come into this page, you can see there's an error here because we have deleted the component that it is importing here. So we can just delete it, just like that. So now we can generate our own component that we want to be the user page. So we can just say ng generate component, and then in our user module we want to generate a component. So you can say it is called orders or parcel, just the way you want to call it. So we can just say parcel, and it will generate for us a component. Now if you come here in our routing, remember we are using lazy loading. So if you come here at app routing.modules.ts, you already see if you just try to go to user root, you will be redirected to this module here. So we need now to come to our module above here, and then in this user routing module, now from here you can give it a path. But because we deleted this component, let's try and delete it, just like that. And then we will add our own component that we have generated. So I don't know if it has finished generating the component. Yeah, it has generated already. So as you can see, it has generated this component inside our module. So now we can give it a path and say path, maybe we can say user or parcel, something of the sort, or you can call it whatever you want. And then component, you can give it a parcel component, just like that. So now let's test it and see if we can access this page here, parcel. So we can just come here and say we want to access user and parcel, just like that. And as you can see, we can access this page here, or this component that we have created. Now we can start styling this page here for the user. So I will open the Figma design that I already shown you in introduction video. So our application would look like this. So to start with, you can see here we have a menu bar or just a hamburger icon, and when you click this, it should bring a menu bar down here, like this one here. And then when you click here in this cross icon here, it will hide this menu bar. So just like that. So we start from there. So let us first of all say div. Yeah, so let's say in our HTML here, just create a div, and let's call this div container, just as usual, div. And let me see if you can style it first of all and see if it works. So just a container, then I'll say background color, but remember this is for testing only, so we just maybe give this color here. Let's copy it from our design and let's paste here, just like that, and let us see if it is working. So we can give it height, because now we can't see it because it has no text, it has no height and width. You can give it 100 VH and a width of 100 PW, just like that, and let us see. So as you can see, this is the page we have already styled a little bit, but that was for testing. So now let's delete everything here and continue in the HTML. So we need two divs. First of all, this div here and this div here. So what we'll do is just create another div, and this div you can call it a div of parcel with the class of parcel, and the other one we can call it a div and something like, we can give it even maybe notification or help, something of the sort, or you can just can give it in class, as long as it makes sense to you. So let's format a little bit. So now we can now style this one. Yeah, so what we will do, we just go back in our CSS and say dot parcel, and then give it a height of 100 pixel, 100 VH, and width we can give it a width of 100 VH, or maybe we can use display. You can say something like display flex, and then we can come here and say flex. We can give it a flex of maybe 6 or 5, and then our help div, we can give it a flex of 1, and this will help this parcel to be a bigger div than this by 6 times. That's why we are giving help flex 1 and parcel flex 6. So what we do again, we give it a background color just like the one we had given container. So this copy here and then paste there, and then this here we can give it a width and a background color, that is background color, and we can give it a color, this one here, just like that, there. So let's give them height, so height of 100 VH, and a height here also for 100 V height, that is just like that. And then let us see. So as you can see, we have this div here which represent this div, and we have this div here as this div. I feel like we have given this small width, so we can just come into our code and give it maybe a flex of, or we can reduce this flex to 4, that is, and see how it will look like. Just like that, or even you can give it 3, maybe it will be great like that. Yeah, just like that. And then you can give this margin, because if you come here, you can see I've given this margin all around, so it should not like have contact with this. It should have margin. So let's come here and say margin, and we can just give margin of maybe 10 pixels or something like that. So if we just do that, it should give us, or it should be pixel. Forgot that. So as you can see, it has already created that margin there. So we can now start styling this parcel here. So we just not styling, we need to add now the icon, the hamburger icon, and everything. So what we will do, we start with this div here and call it, or we just give it an icon. So to add an icon, just like I did in our get started page here in our component, we just come into our component here, home page component, and then we can copy this here from our font awesome, then grab it just like that, and then we go back into our parcel here and then paste it. But now we need hamburger icon. We don't need this for arrow right and icon. We just say hamburger just like that. Now we can come here and declare it in order to use it. So you just come here and say hamburger just like that, and give it hamburger just like that. Now we need to use it, so we can just grab the other code in our home page here, and we can copy this here, copy, then go back to our parcel here and start here, give it that one, but this time is hamburger because we have coded hamburger in our component, just like that. So let's save and see. But I know it can have some errors because we have not imported the font awesome module in our user module, because this is independent module. It doesn't have external communication with this app module. So we just copy this font awesome, and then, or we can just come here and type in our module here, because that component is linked with this module here. It doesn't have like direct connection with this app.module ts. So we just come here and import font awesome module just like that, and this should solve our error just like that. And as you can see here, it has given us this hamburger icon, or maybe let's say, I think it should be called menu. So let me come here in our component and call it main menu. We can call it far bus. I think it is bus. Yeah, just like that. And then we can come here and correct it just like that. So let's save and see if it has changed. Yeah, just like that. Now we need to give it some margin. So we can just come here in application and let's just give this class, and we can give it hamburger icon class, just like that. So we can just copy it and then come here in our CSS, and then let's give it a margin of, let's say, 50 pixels or 30 pixels. I think that would be okay. And then font size, you can give it a font size of 35 pixels, just like that. So if we save and then go back, as you can see, we have increased the font size, but it's too big, so let's give it 25 pixels, just like that. So it's okay. I think that is great. And now we can give it a cursor pointer, because at the end we will give it a functionality of opening our menu bar here. If we click, it will just open our menu bar. Then if we close, it will close for us this menu bar here. So another thing we want to add is this orders header here and this conversion part here. So what we do is that we create another div at our HTML here. Is just a div, and then call it this div, maybe something like header, just like that. And then first of all we need to give h1, and we can call this header order, like that. And then you can call them your orders. You can give it a text of your orders, just like that. And then the other thing is this one here, this conversion part here, and we can give it a div that we'll call it a conversion. And to start with, we'll have this div here, or this header here. You can call it div dot header or conversion header, that is conversion /header, just like that. Then first text should be weight, then to, and then cost. So you can give it a span and say this is weight, this is for weight, and the other one span should be 2, and the other span here should be for cost here. So let's see, yeah, just like that. And you can give a currency, maybe you can say it is in dollars or Kenya shillings or anything that you would like. So that is the first div, and then you can give, or we can add another div, and this div will be called conversion body, just like that. And then give it an input, first input, and this input should be a number. And then we have, what else here? We have another div or another input. So we give this input here, this input, and it should be a number, just like that. And you can give them name, because we'll do two-way data binding here. We give the name and call it weight, say it is weight, and then this one here you can give it a name and call it cost, just like that, or cost without this uppercase. So the last thing is our button. You can give a div, or you can just say button, and this is conversion button, or BTN to shorten. So we can say convert, just like that, convert. So let's style it first of all, or let me see how it looks like. So you can see it is not that great, it is ugly, but we are going there. So start with this div here. So we just say header order, or header, and then style here in our CSS. So we come here and say header, just like that. Then you can give a margin of 20 pixels, just like that, and then you can say display flex, and then you can say flex or justify content. You can give it justify content and then space between, space evenly there. And then another thing we should add is align items center, give it center, just like that. And then let's format to avoid so many spaces. So let's see how it looks like. So as you can see, we have styled there, or we can just give this space between, just like that. And let's see how it is working. Yeah, just like that. So you should target this h1, or the header, this one here, header order. So let's copy it and paste here, and then we say color should be that one, for greenish color. So let me see, yeah, like that. And then now we should style this one. So we should come here and look at our div, this div here called conversion. So we just say div conversion header here, this one, copy it, then come here into a CSS and add it. It is a class. So let's say display flex, and then align item center, and then justify content, and then space between to space them the header part. So let's see, like that. And then now we need to go back here and then style this one here down here. So we just say display flex, similar thing. So let's copy this, and then let's come back to our CSS here and add here, and we can copy this one. So let's copy it and paste it here. So let's see how it will look like. So now we can target how we can give this margin bottom to give a little space, margin and give 20 pixels, and then we can come here and target our input and style them. So we can just say conversion body and then input and say int, let's be for 50 pixels, then border none, give it border of none, and we need to remove outline to be none, and let's see how it will look like. So it's just small, so we can just remove this one here and see how it will work like. But we give it a margin, let's give margin of right and say 20 pixels. Let's see. So let's see here. Yeah, I think that's not bad. So I need to come here and add conversion. Now conversion here, in order to center everything to center, like this button to come up here in the center, we need to say display flex, and then flex direction to be column, and then you can say justify align items, you can say center, and then let's see. So now, as you can see, it has already centered the items here, and now we can just come here to correct, and maybe you can just say something like, let's copy this conversion button here, and first of all style it. So let's first of all style it, and we just say margin to be of 20 pixel, padding here to be padding of 10 pixels, and then let's move let's say border none, background color should be that one, and then color you can give white, just like that. So let's paste it, and then you can come here into a conversion header and then target those spans so that we give them space, conversion header, and then target spans, and we can say margin right, or let's say margin, then give it maybe 20 pixels, and then we can come into our input and give a padding of 10 pixels or something of the sort, and see how it will look like. So as you can see, it has made a big difference there, but we have given a lot of spaces. I don't want that, so what we reduce here, you can come and reduce, say this is, call it margin right, so that it doesn't have margin top, margin bottom, and margin left. So just like that, and then this padding, I feel like it's way bigger, so we just say padding of 5 there, and then here we should give it a cursor pointer. You can say cursor, then pointer. So let's do like that. Yeah, just like that, and I think that's wonderful. So you come here, you can just click this one, So another thing that I want to add is this here this header here for our parcel information. So let's go here down. After now this div here for the header, and as you can see it is here. So we create a div here, and this div we can call it order header, or we can say we can call it order, and order header. Let me call it just like that, header. And then now we need to start giving the feed that we want to add, or the feed that we will show to user. So first of all, we can give first, that is track ID, track ID, and then you can just copy and then paste again, paste. No. So don't want to be minimized. So then the last one here, so you can call this location second one, location or destination, or maybe the source destination. You can say now destination here, destination, or you can say from and to, and then this one you want to call it cost, and then the other one here, this one should be for weight, let's call it weight, and here in our track you can call it status, and here down you can say track, and here we will indicate map location icon, so we can say just track. So just like that. So now let's go and style this here, order header, copy it here. Let's come here and confirm I don't have that one, or we can just say order table, or table header here. Oh, you can just say header, doesn't make any harm, so just copy this, but you can code it the way you want. So let's come into a CSS here, and then add that header there. Now we can see display flex, and then background color, it should be that one, green one, and we can add other things, maybe padding. You can give it a padding of 10 pixels, and then we can give them, you can now type the, or we can just say align items center, and then justify content and space evenly, just like that. So let's see how it looks like there. Yeah, just like that, but we need to give a color of this, yeah, and we can give it color of white. Can give it a color of white, color white, yeah, or -f, and then maybe we can say font size to be of 20 pixels, and then we can say margin here. We should give a margin of, let's say, 30 pixels, yeah, or 20. I think it would be okay, and then a height of 80, pixels, just like that. So let's format again. I like to code while I'm formatting. So this let me see the application. So yeah, just like that, it's big. So let me remove or maybe reduce this height to this of 60 or even 50. And let's see. Yeah, just like that. I think that's great. And now we need to add this here down here, or we just come here and add this select, then we add this information here. So just come down here in our div and then add another div. You can call it select and then add select tag, just like that, and then option, it should be option, and then you can call it just, you can leave it like that, we add something later. So you can just say from and other thing you can add, you can say to me, that is the parcel that you have sent and the parcel you are receiving. So just like that. So those two, and then let's see how it looks like. So we need now to push it here. So at the far end. So just like this one here in our diagram or in our design. So let's go back and say now select, take this here and then into our CSS and say display flex and then say something like justify content and then flex and just like that. And need to say like Budaman. So let's see how it will look like now, and don't think there's need for adding the padding. So it is here, and then you can give it a margin left or margin left, or it is right. So margin right, and then give it 10 pixels in order to align with our header here. So just like that. Now when you click, you can see already, but we want a default one option here to be option and give it select as our default. We can do like that, select, and then you can see selected to be false or something, just like that. Yeah, you can come here, but you can't select, so it looks nice. So but here we could have given it a capital or caps. So let's see how it looks like. Yeah, it's looking really nice. So let's go and now build this area here, like the one that you are seeing here. So we'll just come down and add another div. In this div we can call it order body, just like that. And then now we can just come and add something like the sort. Yeah, so let's come and add it here, and then now you can just add it. Now we just copy paste this styling here for the order header. Yeah. and then but we remove other styling because we don't need them. So it is order header, order body, that is just like that, and then copy it, but remove this one here, don't need that, and this one here, don't need it, but color can be of color 8, and just like that, and let's see how it will look like. We don't need this padding, and we don't need this background color here. So just like that. Let's see how it will look like. Yeah, as you can see, can already see it is almost there, but we need to say this color should be white or black or something, and then we format again. So let's see here. Yeah, just like that. But now we need to give it information here. But even before that, I know it's looking great, but we can add some 2 divs here, and I will see the need for those divs. So we can just say div, and then another div. Yeah, and I will show you later on what I'm doing like that. So we need to say class, can give it a class of order, and then item, and then this one can be like just like that. You can leave it just like that. So now that is it. Now we can give this information here. You can say track ID to be, or maybe say something of the sort. You can give location here to be maybe Canada, to Texas, and then cost can be of 200 or $200, and give a weight of 3 kg, and status can be of pending, and this one will be a button here. You can come here and call it a button, and then the other thing, this one here should be an icon. So we just come here in our component, then we copy, or we just import another icon, say map location, just like that, and then add here map location, just like that, and we can capitalize this one, give it map location. So just copy just the code here above, just like we did. Now copy this and then give it here, or paste it here. So we just say map location, just like that. So that's when we save, and let's add some class here. You can call it location, and then add here, let's say location, and then you can say something like location, and we give it a color of green, font size of 20 pixels. Yeah, and then let's see how it will look like. Yeah, I think it should be okay, but I need to target this button here, this one, and we give it a class of status, and then style it. So let's copy and let's come here into a css.status, and then we can say ending, or maybe color to be white, border to be of none, padding to be 10 pixels, and you can give background color to be of, let me copy that, this one here, this color here. So we just copy, and then let me paste it here, just like that, and then without forgetting that hashtag there. So let me format, and then save. So if you come into application, you see how it looks like. It's looking great. So now let's add some information here. So you can just copy this, and paste down here and down here, just like that. And then let's save. Something of the sort. Now, another thing that we want to add is pagination, but before that, let me add this data here. You can just, so now let's add the pagination down here. So we just come here into our application and say ng pagination, like that. And let's go into their documentation. You can say ng pagination, and you can already see it here. So you can just come here and see how pagination works in Angular. So what we do, just go into this GitHub pages here and just see how they have done it. So first of all, they have shown you how we should add it, this pagination module. But even before that, we need to copy this code here and then paste it here to just download this package called ngx pagination. After that, now we will add this module here into our user module, and then start using it. So let's see here. So I don't know if it has finished. Okay. Now it's okay, it has finished downloading. So let's come here, and then now what we do is just come here and then import this ng module, ngx pagination module. So we want to add it in our app.module.ts. We could have done that if we didn't have modules, but now we need to add them in modules because modules are independent and they don't have like direct connection, or like components that are in modules don't have like direct connection with app.modules.ts. So we just come into our module here and then add that. Let me just copy it, this line of code here, to save on time. So we just add it here, just like that. Then another thing that you can do is that you can add this ngx pagination module there. So come here, add it here, and then now let's continue and see how it is being used. So first of all, as you can see here, I have already told you how you should use this line of code here. You should add it in your in your template or in your HTML. So first of all, you just come down and copy this code here. So let's copy it and then go into our HTML here, and then we'll add it here. We'll add it here in this div here, just like that. Now, because we don't have this collection of items here, you will have an error, and that's okay because we haven't added this collection here that we should get from component. So if we just come and try to open here, it will have an error because it doesn't have collection. So we just go back here and see now what else we can do. So we just copy this here, page controls, and this one should give us that pagination down there. So we should paste it down. So we just come here and then add it somewhere here, just like that. So now we need to add this to page items and collection of items or array of items. So we can come here and then copy this code here in our component, just like that. And because we don't have this one, some array of items, can just add an empty array. This array can contain anything. So let's copy, let's save, and then see how it looks like, or if it has error or something. And by default, as you can see here, it's already showing us where it is located, but you can see this data loss somewhere. We have lost the data that was here, and that is because we are using this for loop to loop through. So what we can do is that we can create an array. Our array should have some items, so we can come here and add some data here, and it should have this structure here. So this is an object. This object should contain our track ID, just like that, as the data will come, just the way the data will come from database. So just a track ID, and then we can give it any data. We can add another thing like location, now our location without caps, and then let's say Canada. That's the way we have done. And then we have destination, yeah, and then say like Texas, and then add something else like cost, and then cost can be of, okay, can be 200, but this one, let's move capital D, and then weight there, and can be of 30, and then add something status can be pending, and we can have the last thing that is track. Our track we shouldn't add track, so because that is an icon. So let's copy this and paste 3 times, copy, then paste, then paste again. So we need to add this comma here because these items that are in array. So if we go back, now our array has items and it can loop 3 times. So we just write you have seen here. So it has added all this because we are looping and we already have data. So what we'll do is just come here and remove the data that we had added here. This one can remove this data here, all of it, and let's see how it will look like. Let's see now. Let me see what's the problem here. So now you can just come here, and what we'll do, we'll delete and leave this one, the first one here, and that one we will add ourselves. So what we'll do, let's come here to application and then remove everything, but leave this one because we'll be using it. So what we'll do, let me copy and delete this one there. Now because we are looping from our array, now we can access this through this string interpolation and say item dot track ID, because that's how we have called it here in our array. Here can say track ID. Actually it should have this capital I here, so we just come here and add capital I. So another thing is we can now copy and paste this one and say, we will say location, and the other thing is destination here, and another thing is it should be rate or cost, which can be 200. Can say dollar and give it $1, and then you can give it 200. And the other thing is weight. Come here with weight and say weight should be like 20 kgs, just like that. I think it should be okay. It should now have those items, just as you can see here. So now we need to style this and to bring it here in the middle. So what we'll do, we just come here and give it a div or a class, and come here and say class of maybe page or pagination, just like that. And then let me copy it and then come in here, come into our CSS and add it here, down here, and then say display flex, and then flex align items center and justify content center. So let's see. Let it save and then reload. So as you can see, it is here. So now what we need to do is go back. If you want this pagination now to work, now you can play with the number of pages or the number of items that you want to be displayed. Like here, you have seen like it is given 10 items per page. So if these items here, they are not more than that number 10, this one would be disabled. It will look like this. So let me change and give it like 2 or 5, let me say 5, and come here and add other items here, or other item parcels here, and this we add like 3 so that they become a total of 6, and our page or our pagination will be activated by default. Let me see where is the problem. So here we have no comma here, so add that. So you add like that. Now you can see you have this pagination activated here, and you can see, but I don't want to see this here, this information here. So what we will do is that we give this a height of auto, but we will come to change eventually. So what we'll do is come here and add the height, or say the height we want to give it is auto. So you can come here and say auto, just like that, and it will collect the mistake there. So just like that. So for now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually we can reduce the number of items. We can say like 3 items. Let it show 3 items only. So just like that, and I think it is great. So as you can see, our pagination here, it is working, and in order for you to understand, you can even give 4 or even 2, so that it will have 3 times, because you have 6 items. So if you click here and click again, it changes. It's just that because we have the same data, or the data is the same, that's why you cannot notice the change, but it is changing. Now I need to make this font smaller. I want to reduce this font here, so we just come into our CSS. I think it's so big and it is not looking very good, so can come here into our header and then say font size to be of 20 pixels, just like that, and save. So I think that's great. So you can add, or maybe even you can say 3, yeah, so that you can notice the change. So if you come here and then say go to the other page, as you can see it has 2, because there are 3 items, but we can add another item here. Let me copy and then paste there, and then let's see the difference. Of course we'll change that data, and the data will be coming from database. So now you can see that is our first. Here we have our first 3 items, then 3 items, then the last one should be only 1, just like that, because there are 7 items. So now that's okay. I think this video has gone too far, or it's very long. Now we can just end here and see you in the next video. But before that, I want to urge you to subscribe, at least to like, so that you can see the other videos until the end of this project. If you have something to say, you can just comment into this video and tell me if this project is good, maybe the design, how the design look like, and we can see how we can improve it. So in the other video, we'll look at this functionality where we can just click this menu bar, and then it brings the menu bar in our application, and then we click that cross icon and then it hides the menu bar. Then we will add this part here and then add map, and to see the more information again, that will be in this project. So let me end there and see you in the next video.